But the true love of your father's life is and always will be my sister. Can we go for a ride, please? I think I just need to get out of here.
All right, come on.
Hi, cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. All right, y'all. Today is Tuesday, October the 11th, 2022. And we're just going to get right into this. On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all know how we do. I don't know. I'm going to have to give this, because we finally found out the truth, I'm going to give it a 10. Because we found out the truth, it probably more was like a 8.5 or a 9 for me, as far as, well, probably more like a 8. But I thought it was going to drag on forever, but it didn't. So let's get into it. We see Thomas, Eric, and Donna. And they are fighting over who is Ridge going to choose. Of course, Donna is always going to be, on her sister's side. And she's always going to feel like Ridge and Brooke have this great love. Eric as well feels that way. And then you have Thomas, who's saying, y'all love it. Y'all love it. Y'all love that he's being a jerk. He's being a jerk, saying, you'll always have to ride to Brooke's defense because she's always going to do something to mess up. And Donna's like, no, that's not true. But Thomas just lets Donna know that it's over. Whatever hold.
It is true. And Brooke's just going to have to deal with it. Okay? And like after years and years of Brooke hurting our family, causing all this heartbreak, your sister and my father are over.
That Brooke had on my father, she no longer has that hold on him. So you might as well get used to seeing him with my mother. and Donna is just she is exasperated by this, because she feels like Steffi and Thomas have been pushing this, and Taylor on to Ridge, and now he is there in Aspen. But she has hope, because she says, listen, you cannot deny the power that Ridge and Brooke have, the power of their love. And Eric said the same thing. And she said, for Eric, I don't want to fight with you, so I'm not going to continue to go back and forth. So then we see Taylor and Steffi, and they're all, Taylor is just like, oh my gosh, it feels like a dream, because she has been wanting this so long. And now to hear Ridge say all the right things to her, tell her she is the one for him, she's the only one he wants to be with, it feels like a dream. She cannot believe that he's saying this to her, that this is happening. And Steffi's like, you deserve it, Mom. You deserve it. You've deserved this because you love him and he loves you. And the family's back together. And Taylor was like, yes, the family's back together now. And so they're just happy. They're sitting down. And Taylor, she did in Reflections of Sunshine. She finally took off that cap that you were talking about the other day. Sunlight. I'm sorry. Reflections of Sunlight. She finally took off that cap that you were talking about. And so Taylor is like combing out her hair and stuff. And Steffi looks outside and she sees Brooke. And she said, what the heck?
Serve him. You really do. Thank you. Oh my God. What? Brooke.
And Taylor is like, what? And she said, Brooke is here. And Taylor says, what? What do you mean Brooke is there? And she says, Brooke is here, Mom. She's outside talking to Dad. And so then Steffi calls Thomas. And so, he says, oh, this is Steffi now. He said, because Eric was like, are you sure you saw what you think? You're not misconstruing. He said, no. It was a FaceTime call there. It can't get any more clearer than that. But he says, here's Steffi now. She can tell you. So he picks up and she says, are you alone? And he says, no, Granddad and Donna are here. And he puts it on speaker. And she says, Brooke is here. And he said, what does she want? And she says, I don't know. She's outside talking to dad. And then Donna lets Steffi know, I mean, you could be upset all you want to, but that's her husband and she has a right to be there to fight for her marriage. And at the end of the day, Ridge and Brooke are always going to be together. He's always going to choose Brooke. Baby, Steffi hung up that phone so fast. She said, I don't want to hear this. And she hung up that phone. So then Steffi is like, this is not happening. I'm going outside. And Taylor is like, no, you cannot do this. Your dad said the most beautiful things to me. He told me he loved me and I'm the one for him and to trust him. And I'm going to trust him. And so
I want to see how your father handles this. We all know how Brooke operates. She's going to do whatever she can to get what she wants. Okay, but your dad just told me the most beautiful things. And one of them was that he wanted me to trust that he wanted to spend his life with me and only me. So we're going to trust him.
So we're not going to interfere with him and Brooke. We're going to let this play out. We have to, because that's the only way I'll know that he's back for me. And you know, Taylor, my girl, and I'm happy for her. If she's happy, you're happy, girl. But be prepared. Like, guard your heart a little bit, ma'am, because it seems like she's wide open, and I hate that for her. So anyways, they turn around and look because they got to see what's going on. So then Thomas and Donna and Eric continue to talk, and she tells Thomas, listen, your mama cool and all, but at the end of the day, what Ridge has with my sister, he will never have that with Taylor. Your mom's a good woman and she's a decent woman, but that love that he and Brooke share, y'all won't have that, because Thomas has been saying all these things like he's where he needs to be. He won't be hurt by your sister. I know you have to defend her. And Eric was like, I want them together too. And he said, Granddad, whose side are you on? And Eric says, I'm not on anyone's side. I just want Ridge to be happy. And I know Brooke makes him happy. He said, so I'm not on a side here. He just wants his son to make the right choice. And the way Ridge did this should let them know that he's not making the right choice. He pretty much is upset with Brooke. And that's the only reason that Taylor even got chose. I mean, and you know, Taylor's my girl, but that is the bottom line of the whole thing. And Taylor doesn't know this as well, because if she did, she wouldn't have selected to be with Ridge. She would have kept on saying no. But Donna just tells Thomas at the end of the day, you know, she chooses. At the end of the day, Ridge will always choose Brooke. And so then Eric and Donna leave out, right? So it leaves Thomas by himself. And then let's go. And then we see Ridge and Brooke. So we see Ridge and Brooke, and we see that she's just confused. She's like, what are you doing here? Why are you up here in this mountain with Taylor, chasing after Taylor? Like, why are you not saying anything? Because y'all know I hate when Ridge does this, when he just sit there and let them talk, and he has no lines. Why is he not saying anything? She's like, Ridge, what is going on? So every scene of these two, it was just her repeating herself, like, what is going on? What have I done? Is it Deacon? Is it Bill? I mean, is there something else? And she just tells Ridge, I know you. So I already know that there's something going on. There's something greater working against us. She ain't say all that, but y'all know she's going to in the future. There's something greater working against us that you're not telling me.
I can't imagine what it could possibly be for you to come here and do this. I'd like to report a child in danger. His name is Douglas Forrester. For the love of God, Rich, tell me what is going on.
I know you, and I know that you're upset about something that you're not saying. So tell me what it is. And he's just like, so you really just gonna stand there and act like you don't know? And she was like, I don't know what. And so then he started replaying the call in his head and everything. And Brooke is just like, I don't understand, Ridge. Like I love you. We love each other. Whatever you promise, Taylor, That's all right. We could take that on back and let's just go home and work on our marriage. And you tell me what's going on. And she said, say something. I said, please say something, Ridge. And so then he finally says, I want you to say it. Just tell me, why are you acting like you don't know? And she says, what? I don't know what you're talking about. He says, oh my gosh, why are you acting like you don't know what you did and everything?
Why are you pretending that you don't know what this is?
I don't.
Can you just be honest and say it? I just need to hear you say it.
Say what? I don't know what it is you want me to say. I mean, what do you think I did?
And she was like, Ridge, I don't know what you're talking about. Brooke is lost as hell. Y'all know Brooke is not my favorite person, but I was like, Ridge, tell this woman what happened with CPS so she can deny this and y'all can wrap this storyline up. But baby, this is not going to be wrapped up anytime soon. So she keeps telling him, I don't know, Ridge. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to tell me. So then we see Thomas, and then we see the recording.
Calling Child Protective Services on your husband's son. Something Ridge Forrester would never forgive. Only it wasn't you, Brooke. It was me.
Only it wasn't you, Brooke. It was me.
And it was Thomas who did this. We said it from the very beginning. Remember when I told y'all that Thomas was going to do something and lose custody of Douglas because he always messes up? And y'all told me, Nikki. No, ma'am, Lanikia, that is not true. Thomas has changed. He has changed and he needs to be with his son. Well, I still think he needs to be with Douglas. But I ain't want to tell you I told you so. So I'm not going to tell you I told you so, even though I'm going to tell you, a few people in the comments said I told you so, like Reflections of Sunlight said it. Shanti has been saying it. I mean, I don't know. Pam has been saying it. Sorry, I'm going through the comments. And even people who rooted for Thomas have been like, oh my gosh, he did this, so it's just hard to watch because I like Thomas. But I could tell the way they had changed his personality when he would talk to Brooke. And like, he's, he always is going to be Thomas, but he's changed. You know how they try to make him a little bit more colder and like more harsh and sarcastic. It was just the disrespect, almost the way he was talking to Donna and the way he went at Brooke with the knife. So you could tell that they were changing the character up so that they could do this. And this is exactly what they've done. They've made him, the bad guy again, where he called CPS on himself. And I don't care what anyone says, because I've had a few people in the comments like, oh my gosh, that's so smart that he did that because he know he can't get caught. And now his parents can be together. Like that's not smart. That's unstable. Like, who would want their child to be with someone that calls CPS on themselves just so they can get their way with their mom and dad? That's a childish mind frame to me of thinking of how Thomas is thinking, how they've made him think. It's very childish. And I feel like I honestly think these writers are trolling at this point. We called it childish when Steffi wouldn't let Brooke on the phone. We were like, why are they acting like children? And now Thomas calls CPS on himself so that his dad and his mom can be together. That's childish. So it's all very immature, but this is what's happening. So Thomas revealed that he was the one who did it because he knew it would break up Brooke and Ridge for good, because he would never be able to forgive her for calling CPS. And he set this up because now Ridge can't say, yeah, I know you called CPS because you remember they had Walter promise, but it was just too convenient. Thomas knew Walter, and the phone changing device he always has. And apparently was it Douglas' phone or his phone? Either way, he has it. And he has used it and everything. So I don't know, you guys. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the comments. Yeah, so you guys just tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.